Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for being here. Hi, Brenda Gray. Light Side of the Moon. Hey, Light Side of the Moon. And let's see, Joan Garcia. Let me see who was here first. Elaine Parker was here first. All right. Okay. Let's see. Perlina answered. Dorothy Ross. Let me see. Sorry, my mistake. It's morning with us. Oh, no, it's no mistake. It is morning somewhere. Just like Church Nellie always says just before she gets her rheumatism medicine, is 6 o'clock somewhere. That's what Church Nellie always says. It is 6 p.m. somewhere. Let's see here. Susie Mom is here. Right, and Fancy. Okay. Right, let me, you know what? I need to grab some, what do you call it? Some slides before I get started. There we go. And yep, that is correct. Okay, that should work. We'll make it do what it do. And of course, I don't think we'll be here more than an hour. Okay, there we go. Prince Harry in Ukraine. Can you believe it? Prince Harry in Ukraine. You know, I can only think of one type of person that is a statesman, a global statesman, and makes those surprise visits to, I don't know if I'm correct to call it a war zone, but it is not without its risk. So, yeah, I'm just going to say it. I only know of one person, well, one person at a time, that would risk going to a war zone. And that, of course, is the President of the United States. I don't know who was the first to do it, but, well, we know Franklin Roosevelt risked U-boats. And let me see who else. I'm sure there's been others. You may be able to go back to the very beginning. But the point is, in these modern times when a lot of things can go wrong, that a civilian, Prince Harry, who technically is a civilian, that he was able to go to a war zone, to a country at war, not just to rally the troops, but the injured, wounded, and sick veterans. That is remarkable. That is remarkable. Um, I, I know I say this all the time, but he just makes me so proud. And there for, oh, maybe for a few days, actually, ever since the launch of the, um, I'm going to say, ever since the start of With Love, Megan, they have been beating this drumbeat about how Harry is lost. You guys, I know we know better, but I'm just saying for the sake of conversation, they started beating that drum about how lost Harry is. He's lost his way. He has nothing to do. It looks like he's in Meghan's shadow, which, by the way, if he had to be in anybody's shadow, it wouldn't be his brother. It wouldn't be his pappy. It would probably suit him to be in Meghan's shadow. But that's not the person that he is. That is a moot point because that's not who he is. So when I saw this, I was just like, wow, wow, yes, um, amazing, absolutely amazing. So let me see here. Hi, Chantel Dixon. Who else is here? Church Nelly. Remember, it's 6 o'clock somewhere. Uh, who else is here? Bunny Rose and Gwendolyn Daniels wants to say hi to a few people. Antoinette Kennedy, Baron, our war hero Harry, sending prayers for his safety and theirs in the name of Jesus. I will say amen to that. I will say amen to that. Okay, hey, cookies and cream. Mama Janet. Okay, let's get on with it, shall we? So, there was a post on, oh, by the way, well, I'll tell you that later. Superhumans. He went to visit Superhumans. Now, it's kind of hard to see that photo, so there's one a little closer. They're doing the Brady Bunch thing by lining up the steps there, just like in the TV show, The Brady Bunch, The Brady Bunch. Hey, Heather Stroud. Okay. Lola Love. Very good. And of course, wow, the weather looks absolutely beautiful there. That is my kind of weather, where it's cool enough to wear a jacket or a coat. It is sunny. I believe they call it balmy weather, that balmy weather. Very much the way it is in Europe around this time of year. It's cool and dry. If you're lucky, it is cool and dry. And of course, it is also spring. Oh, this young man um, suffered injuries. God bless him. He suffered injuries. You know what? I kind of feel like I'm ahead of where I need to be. Oh, you know what? I see what happened. I was looking for the text from the oh, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll go back here. I'll just start here because I have the text from the posting that they made today, that they uploaded today on the Sussex .com. Well, the foundation, the Archwell Foundation. Yeah, anyway, let's see what it says here. Today, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, visited the Superhuman Center in Lviv, I believe it is Lviv, Ukraine, a world class, state of the art facility providing prostheses Yes, prostheses, rehabilitation, reconstructive surgery, and physical care for those affected by the war. By delivering these services, the organization works to restore functionality, promote social integration, and enhance quality of life for both military personnel and civilians impacted by the ongoing conflict. In other words, we call it God's work. Grace Chisholm, thank you. Hello to you too. Hello to you too. Okay. There we go. So, I shared that already. Let me do this, and I'll go right here. The Duke traveled to Ukraine with friends from the UK Invictus community, where they toured the facility, meeting with patients and medical staff to witness the incredible treatment offered to soldiers, civilians, and children who have endured life altering injuries. Superhumans' holistic approach combines advanced medical technology with emotional and mental health support with a full wrap around service. Prince Harry and the Invictus delegation reconnected with members of the Ukraine Invictus Games community, including Yula, also known as Tyra, Yula Pievska, Yula Pievska, also known as Tyra, a Team Ukraine competitor whose story was featured in the Netflix docuseries Heart of Invictus. Their presence highlighted the strength and presence of a community built on resilience, purpose, and shared experience. During the visit, the Duke also met with Ukraine Minister of Veteran Affairs Natalia Kamikova, who, thanks to the influence of Invictus, sports recovery has become a key component of the country's national veterans policy, a vital step in supporting the long term well being and reintegration of veterans and their family. Oh, Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you very much for being here. Now, I don't know if you saw this, but there's Harry getting all scrubbed up, not to do surgery, of course, but just to observe the work that they're doing. Toward the end of the visit, the Duke joined the surgical team in the operating theater where he observed a live surgery, gaining direct insight into the complex procedures that are playing a vital role in the recovery of patients. Isn't that something? Harry looks very handsome, Dr. Sussex. The visit concluded with a gathering of patients, medical staff, family members, and the Ukraine Invictus team, followed by an award ceremony for those who had participated in the Superhuman Sport Day competition. The Duke was asked to share his experience from the day, praising the courage and positivity of everyone at the center and celebrating the strength of the Ukrainian soul. The visit to Superhumans was a powerful reflection of the shared mission between the center and the Invictus Games Foundation. How wonderful is that? What a blessing. How wonderful is that? Praise be. Now, let's see who we recognize here. I see JJ. Is it JJ Chalmer? He's to the, well, he's in the middle. And I recognize the other two, although I don't know their names. And of course, who wouldn't notice David Weissman because he's so tall and he has amazing hair. So how could you miss him? Yeah. So that crew of people that you see right there, you know, in spite of everything that's going on, it looks so pleasant and clean and peaceful there. And thank goodness for that. And guys, I listen, I know again that some things happened um at the start of the war, and a lot of the expats from Africa were treated in very, very badly. But that's not what this is about. This is just about people. This is just about people. We don't hold an entire nation responsible for the things that happen um, from a few bad actors, should I say? So, um, you have a right to your feelings, but just like when Lazinski was at the White House and they ganged up on him, it says that we, the United States, are in trouble if we have something like that happen in the White House. It's not just about Lazinski as an individual, it's what has the United States turned into. So I guess what I'm trying to say is do your best to be bigger than the moment, be a bigger person, and, hash these things out individually. Don't condemn a whole nation of people, just like I don't condemn the UK for a few rotten apples or any other country. So, just making a suggestion. Recollections may vary, huh? Too soon? Anyway, let's go on here. And of course, oh, it made the papers. It made the papers. Big blaring headlines. But wait a minute. Isn't Charles and Godzilla in Italy? Oh my goodness, Charles is going to be cross when he finds out. His hands are going to puff up like a Macy's Thanksgiving Day balloon. Oh yeah, he is going to be frothing at the mouth. Yeah, them jowls of his are going to puff up, and of course Camilla, she is going to go and find some type of comfort if they could just point her to the nearest bar. If somebody would just point her to the nearest bar and make it fast. Oh wait, and make it a double. Yes, make it a double. She's all over the place. She's out of her element. We haven't seen much of this in a while. I think she might be getting a little soft at this point, but it seems like she hasn't glared at the camera for a few months that I can tell. A few months. She has not glared at the camera. Maybe that's because um, she's fallen off the carriage. Yeah, maybe that's because she's fallen off the carriage. Falling off the carriage? Yeah. Maybe she's fallen off the carriage. Maybe that's why she is so confused and so agreeable. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. And let me see. Let me see. Did I? Oh, one. Oh, I guess it was only these two, huh? I think I must have posted those twice. Yeah, I did. I posted those twice. Now, let me introduce you to a little sound bite from the baby say from the baby say. Yes, from the baby say. All right. BBC News, where are you?
Prince Harry made a surprise visit to Ukraine to see people who've been injured in the war. He went to a clinic in the city of Lviv that rehabilitates wounded military personnel and civilians. He was accompanied by a group from the Invictus Games Foundation, which he set up to help injured soldiers. Harry's visit was not announced until after he'd left the country. The former partner of a millionaire nation.
Okay.
China.
All right.
China.
China.
Counterfeiting.
All right. Whew. Now, that I already know what that guy was saying. I didn't even have to hear it. But sorry about that. It drifted on to another story. China has been notorious for, I'll just say it, knockoffs, things that look like something that they are and they are not at the same time. Well, apparently, since somebody in Washington, D.C. keeps messing with China, China's like, oh, okay, well, the gloves are off now. Say goodbye to your proprietary rights. You can kiss your proprietary rights goodbye. So that is quite an ominous thing to hear, considering that I would say things are a lot better now. Not perfect, but better. Well, you know what? They are about to turn the heat up on American goods, designers and all. So if you have been thirsting for some designer goods, don't tell nobody I told you, but I think very soon it's going to be easier to get those things than ever before. Yes, than ever before. A little birdie told me. Okay. So his mother would be so proud. Yes, she would. Like mother, like son. Like mother, like son. And you all know for certain that Harry is going to keep in touch with this young man. What we are seeing right here is the start of a friendship. He is going to keep in touch with this young man, just as he was able to visit with the young lady seated with Princess Diana. There's a photo where he actually went to visit her. I believe when he was over there for the Halo Trust. Yeah. So such is the start of a new friendship. Because one thing about the Sussexes, they do not forget. They don't just come and visit and wave and all those things like William described. They get involved. They write letters. They invite people to events, either there or wherever is possible. So that's a nice touch, as they say, a very common touch. Let me see if I can find that photo of Princess Diana. I know it's right here. Should be pretty easy for me to find that one. And you can see the comparison, which is absolutely great. One of many, I'm sure, but nobody has embodied the spirit of Princess Diana's philanthropy and such like Prince Harry. Her humanitarian. Oh, there we are right there. I found it. I found it. See, that's the same young lady. Those beautiful cheekbones. As you can see, Diana noticed those cheekbones right away. How about that? Are you getting goosebumps? I am getting goosebumps right now. So that's why I say, such is the start of a new friendship. There we go. Okay. And I love this photo. I love this photo. Harry, the action figure, the action hero. Somehow he has made his way to Ukraine. Um, I'm sure that Harry wasn't doing this to attempt to, you know, what is the word I'm looking for? It has to do with his father. I'm sure he's not trying to show up or show out or what is the word I'm looking for? I'm sure he's not trying to be spiteful, but after all, his father never has time to see him, does he? Or do he? Does he? So, yeah. Okay. Right. Harry's supposed to be in Meghan's shadow. But when Meghan is supporting Harry, the haters say she's only married him for the fame and she is nothing without him. Make it make sense. Thank you, Sharon Fraser. Yeah. And you know what? Today, I saw someone that was defending, let me see. They were defending Harry's right to security. And just like the other day, when it was actually, was it yesterday or was it the day before? 3 against 1. And the person speaking up for Harry could not get a word in. I won't say which source I saw that, but it was impossible. They are definitely fighting to win in the court of what is it, public uh, image, popularity. How do you say it? Court of public opinion. They are definitely trying to fight that fight. I suppose they're hoping to have some type of influence on the judge or something like that, but they are. I believe that's what the point is. But one of the things that bothers me so bad is that I have been using a talking point. I have not heard anyone else, well, should I say, I haven't heard anyone argue that in the UK. But I'm going to say this one more time. Harry is the son of a head of state. His father is the monarch. They have been arguing all kind of ways about this. And the two people that were there to defend Harry on television, I'm like, are you really trying to argue this case? Are you really trying to argue his position? Or are you just there for the check? I think in the court of public opinion, it would make so much sense to people if you just point out the fact that his father is the king. I don't care about other members of that family. I really don't. His father is the king. And that alone, being the child of a head of state, puts you in mortal danger. I don't know why they don't say it. I hear that, oh, he's in danger. He's been to Iraq. Yes, yes, yes. But what about his father? Am I am I like putting too much into that? Is that a weak argument on my part? Because I promise you, I'm waiting to hear them say it. I'm waiting for them to push back with that. And it never happens. They say everything else under the sun, but they don't make the point about the fact that his father, they'll even say, well, he didn't ask to be born a prince. Yeah, sure. But his father, the billionaire, the owner of the Lancaster, the Duchy of Lancaster, the man who just threw £3 million to buy the house next to his concubine so she won't be annoyed by God knows what. They won't even let Harry pay for his security. It's already terrible that I have seen 2 of these panels where it's 3 against 1. And guess what? One cannot get a word in edgewise. And I'm going to tell you, it was worse than Stacey Solomon. At least they let her get her words out, right? She was able to complete her thoughts or share her thoughts. But this has been like a slaughter. I'm just like, just say it. Let's see. Michelle Breathwaite, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello, lovely people. Hello to you too. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see here. Charles denying security. Charles is one to Rebecca is stupid. They will be the ones blamed if something happened. God forbid. Rebecca should restore full security and make Charles take it away in public. A coward. Thank you, Diane Hawkins. Yeah, and the fact that you couldn't even identify Rebecca. Nobody really knew who was running the show. Who were these people? And then when Harry found out that they were members of the household, meaning, of course, the household staff. Now, one of the points that one of the people I've seen in the past couple of days made is that the Queen, being older and weaker and getting weaker by the day, it was very interesting the way they just ignored her. And I'm going to tell you guys, I tried to say that at the time, that I think the Queen is not really calling the shots. And, I thought that we should consider that where Harry and Meghan were concerned, that maybe she is not the tyrant. She's not the bad guy. And a few of y'all told me off good. But the more time has gone by, the more it is evident that the Queen had no control. And I remember I said that before that letter came out. I don't think they're listening to her. Charles took away her senior staff and replaced them with people that now work for him. They simply were not listening to her. She had someone draft a letter, they write the letter, and it just fell on deaf ears. When a person gets to 90 years old, you just don't have the same fight, especially the Queen, who became terminally ill with cancer. She was in a horrible shape, appearing bruised, somewhat childlike, slicing cakes with a saber. I said that, and you all told me off, but good. Let me see here. Yeah, and they don't even have the minutes for the meeting. They don't even have the minutes for the meeting. All of this was so covert and so secretive that it's difficult to get a working knowledge of what was exchanged and who said what. Yeah, they don't want him over there. They don't want Harry. What they don't want is what you see on the screen right now. They don't want this. Where is it at? They don't want this or this or this. Certainly don't want this. None of that. They don't want any of this. They don't want Harry because Harry came in there on Charles' anniversary and took all the oxygen out the room. Where's Charles and Camilla? There's no room for them on the front page. None. Well, and that's not saying much because if Kate Middleton had gone to the supermarket, it would have gotten more attention than Charles and Camilla at a state dinner or banquet or whatever the heck it was. So that would have happened anyway. Let's see, Baron, when the Queen had Harry and his family visit her secretly, and Charles found he slipped. Yeah, they spirited her off to Sandringham. It was like a punishment. And the Queen did not want to die in Balmoral. She wanted to go back to London. They said the Queen felt it would cause too much of a fuss if she was away from home. They would not let her return. By the time the Queen had taken a turn for the worse, she should have been back to Windsor. She'd have was supposed to be back in Windsor by then, and they wouldn't let her go. She had to stay in Balmoral because it was convenient for them. If you look at the Queen's calendar for the past few years before she died, you would know that she never stayed in Balmoral that late in the year. Never stayed there that late, but they made her stay. She had no say over it. Clarita Forbes, 33 months membership. Thank you so much for that. Hello, Baron and Squatties. It's nice to watch live for a change. Well, thank you so much for being here. I am very honored to have your presence here. Thank you very much. Mm. That is messy. Now, you know that's all kind of messy. You know that's messy and unlikely. The last thing, oh my goodness, I got to share this photo with you guys. I got to share this photo. That is so cool. Wow. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, there's actually some more photos of Harry. A couple of them I missed. Well, let me see if I can grab that while I see it. Okay, I'll save that. Wow, that is very cool. Oh, you guys, I love this. I love this for Harry. I love this for Harry. Um, dare I say this is ooh, oh my goodness. Prince Harry's side eye. You guys do not go anywhere. Don't do it. Don't do it because I got to share these with you. Um, mm, Well, you know what they say. There are no accidents. There are no accidents. All right. Okay, so I want to share something with you from Italy. I'm going to grab that. So let me do that. I'm getting too excited. I am. Oh. Okay, this is so shady. This is so shady. Um, I mean, it's so shady. I don't know where to start. Okay, I'm going to grab that and show that to you. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, the shade. The shade. Okay. All right. I got that. I'm going to share that with you. No sound, but they were playing God Save the King. Oh boy. Let me share this with you. They're going to be very cross with Harry this weekend. And when I say they, I am speaking of the Royal Rota. And particularly vicious is going to be Big Arm Big Arm Becky. Where's the people? Where are the people, you guys? Where is the people? They are playing God Save the King, and there's barely anybody there. Where are the people? Charles is supposed to address both houses of parliament. Where are the people? My. I don't even see Fred and Gladys. I mean, they got to be planning for a reason. Where are the people? It is like it's like a matinee movie has just let out. By the way, that's a beautiful room. But where are the people? I don't understand. Now I'm not going to be so shady that I'm going to say that yes I am. Where are the people? Where are the people? It's like they're invisible or something. My goodness, what does this say? And you know they're going to want to blame Harry for it. You know they're going to want to blame Harry for it. I'm telling you, this weekend, what's today? Thursday? They are going to talk about this all weekend. They're going to talk about this. They're going to find some way to blame Harry for it. For upstaging his father. Oh well, you should have treated him nicer. Oh boy. And of course, let me go ahead and you guys don't say, "Oh, they're listening. They're listening." Trust me, they're going to do it anyway. They're going to make a big talking point about the fact that Harry went to Ukraine without royal protection. They're going to make a big talking point about that. You already know what they're going to say. just like they said about Nigeria and just like they said about Colombia. You can't come over here, but you can do that. Well, I don't think there's anybody in Ukraine that's threatening Harry. I don't think. But there are people in jail in the United Kingdom for threatening Harry and Meghan and their children, referring to Harry as a race traitor. Yes, this place is empty. Cha cha cha. Oh, how pathetic. Prince Harry visits Superhuman Center in Lviv. Harry is doing so much. As a matter of fact, he's doing more than the average royal would do under the same circumstances. I mean, after all, what was that William said? Do you remember the very wise words of Willie Leak?
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's that's more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time and we really care about what's going on. So
sometimes it's that's more than financial.
Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So,
Why is he talking so fast? Why is his speech so erratic? Well, we can only go now, excuse me, I got a plane to catch. No, actually, I got a Range Rover, an armor-plated Range Rover, and off to my helicopter, and then get me to Heathrow because I got a plane to catch. Oh man, the nerves. Let me see. Prince Harry arrived in Lviv, a western part of Ukraine, and visited the Superhuman Center at 10 April. Oh, on 10 April, according to a source from Euromaidan Press. Yeah. The details of the visit have been disclosed. Have not been disclosed, nor has any information about his arrival. So we don't know how he got there. We may never know, and that's okay. Earlier in February 25th, Prince Harry met Superhuman CEO, that name right there. I can barely see that small print in games in Canada. Oh, the Invictus Games in Canada. She presented the Duke of Sussex with a bracelet from the rehabilitation. Oh, that was lovely. Oh, okay. I think we're ready to jump over to another subject. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Now, I'm absolutely in love with Feminegra. They do an amazing job, and I do hope that you all will go over there and sign up for Feminegra. That is the link right there. I'm going to post it at the top of the chat. As I reference them quite often, they deserve our loyalty. Yes, our support, our solidarity. There you go. So it says here, Meghan Sussex once again defied her critics. Her new podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, debuted on April 8th, 2025. and has already climbed to the top of multiple podcast charts. The series, produced in partnership with Limonada Media, centers on candid conversations between Meghan and prominent female entrepreneurs through honest discussion about burnout, resilience, and reinvention. The show taps into a global appetite for business stories that feel personal and relatable. Audiences responded instantly, and the numbers back it up. By the way, before cookies and cream remind you, I'll do it first. Make sure that you are rating everything, including Netflix. You don't do the thumbs up or whatever they have over there. If you're going to the podcast and you're listening to Confessions, don't forget to rate it. Give it 5 stars, thumbs up, whatever applies. And the reason why I don't know is because guess what? I didn't do it. I got to go back and do it. I forgot. But yeah, so before cookies and cream remind you, I'm going to remind you, make sure that you like it. Share it with some people. Definitely share it. You could share it on your Facebook. You could share it wherever, but make sure you share it. Okay. Meghan's podcast climbs to the top. As of April 10th, Confessions of a Female Founder soared to the #1 position in Apple Podcast business category in both Canada and the United States. It reached #4 on Apple's top shows across all categories, competing with legacy brands like The Daily, the Mel Robbins podcast. On Spotify, it landed at #2 among U.S. business podcasts and debuted at #24 on the overall top podcast chart. You know what I mean? On the top podcast chart. Anyway, these rankings weren't driven by hype or guest star gimmicks. Meghan's name drew attention, but the content earned engagement. That's right. The content earned engagement. Okay. Drink a little water. Listeners responded to the first episode featuring Bumble founder Whitney Wolf Herd. Well, anyway, y'all know about that already. Critics were ready to hate it before they listened. Despite the podcast chart performance, some media outlets reacted with contempt. Reviews from The Guardian, The Times, The Telegraph. What is going on with The Guardian? God, they have been awful lately. They have been terrible. They're more like the Page Six. These critiques offered little analysis of the show's actual content. Instead, they recycle the same tired complaints, accusations of ego, flattery, and irrelevance, and that have followed. Those are the things that have followed Meghan since she left royal life. Those exact same talking points have followed her since she left Salt Island. What these outlets fail to acknowledge is their own lack of objectivity. Their coverage of Meghan has long been characterized by hostility. For many of these critiques, the podcast content is almost irrelevant. The goal is to undermine her credibility. Regardless of what she produces, that pattern is as transparent as it is tired. Come on, Feminagra. Well, anyway, I will let you all finish that on your own, but the link is up there at the top of the chat. Great article as per usual. Yep, as per usual. So yeah, remember it is Meghan's Confessions of a Female Founder Takes Over podcast chart. What is it? Mandana Dayani, Meghan's dear friend, who for some time had taken over part of the responsibilities of Archewell while Harry and Meghan were on their maternity leave. Well, she left and went to work someplace else. And of course, it would not be the tabloid media if they didn't accuse Harry and Meghan of losing yet another staff person, even though she was not supposed to be there permanently. She was really there to help out while Harry and Meghan were on maternity leave, right? So what's the beef? What's the beef? It's like they're problems looking for how do they say that? They're no. They're accusations looking for wrongdoing. Yeah, they have accusations while they are looking for some wrongdoing. As a matter of fact, I wanted to share this photo with you guys. Now, I'm going to remove everything from the background so that you can see it clearly. When Harry was planning his trip to Ukraine, exactly what was his temperament at the time? Let's just say, based on this photo, what do you think he was thinking? Huh? Did he know that it was going to be on the front pages? Did he even know he was going when he left the courthouse that first day? I mean, how much prior knowledge did he have about this trip? Was it something last minute or was it worked out months in advance? Whatever the case may be, he is in Ukraine. Well, was in Ukraine. And once he was safely gone from the country, then they let slip the news that he was there. So I tell you, you just look at his eyes and you can see he's got some plans for the week, and his eyes say, they ain't gonna like it. They're not gonna believe it. No one's gonna believe it. As Oprah says, no one's gonna believe it. Yes, well, believe it, honey, because it happened. Charles and his emotional support, Camilla, were completely upstaged. I haven't seen anybody get upstaged like this since Kate showed up early for the flower show and had all the photographers surrounding her before Charles and Camilla showed up, the guest of honor. Why is everybody always showing out with them? Why? They can't get no respect, nor do they deserve it. That's right. Harry is standing on his business. That's what he's doing. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Adorable. Look at the dog. The dog is doing a Vanna White. That must be a very intelligent breed. The dog is doing a Vanna White for us. You see there? The dog is making sure that our eyes are drawn to the beautiful carrying case. Right? Yes. Yes. Very good dog. The dog is drawing our eyes to that lovely carrying case. with the branded as ever on the lid. Now tell me that dog is not super cute and super intelligent. Okay, so Mandana says, she says, Meghan, I will never forget the first time I came to your home and you walked me back to my car with the most beautiful garden basket and eggs from your coop for our girls. It's been years since you first shared your big dreams of as ever with and I can't believe it's finally here. Congratulations. I can't wait for all that is to come. Let me see. Caught Bauer trying to steal my jam. Oh, that must be the dog's name, Bauer. That is an adorable name, Bauer. Bauer says, I want to try some of that raspberry spread. Carlita Simone, thank you so much for the super sticker. And as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Ah, there it is, all close up. Now, you guys may not recognize that box, especially since they obscured their name, and I also obscured the name. But let me just put it to you like this. He's from California, huh? He's from California, and he's got all of his stuff that he ordered. That's right. That is Stephen Black received all the stuff that he ordered from As Ever. So I thought he wouldn't mind if I shared it with you. See, all my products have arrived. He's got the honey. He's got the honey, the raspberry, and 3 teas. All 3 teas. How lucky can you get? Wow, that is amazing. Well, congratulations, Stephen Black. Enjoy your As Ever. Haters are no match for Meghan Markle fans. As Ever debut collection sells out in 1 hour. Yeah, so they are no match for Meghan Markle fans. And y'all know this already. Y'all know this. Wherever Meghan was going, we were going to go with her. Even my late aunt was itching to buy anything from Meghan. She's like, let me know because I'm going to buy something too. Yeah, I kind of turned her into a squatty. She's like, let me know because I'm going to buy something too. And that was very sweet. I made Meghan Markle As Ever treats, jam included, and felt like a duchess all morning. Now, that comes from Better Homes and Gardens. Apparently, someone over at the magazine decided to try some of the As Ever stuff. Isn't it just incredible the way there's so much positivity? There's so much positivity for Meghan on this side of things. But if you just look at, I don't know, some of the New York tabloids like Page Six and whatever, in comparison to The Guardian, The Times, The Daily Fail, The Express, The Independent, you name it. And there is no deference. There's no consideration. There's nothing but hostility. Plain and simple hostility. It is absolutely awful the way that they have treated this rollout. But for the fact that Meghan has a very supportive base of support, and also that she is worthy of that support. Who knows where they would be right now? I don't even want to think about it. Hey, Jetstar. Yes, we are live. We are live. God, do I sound like that old Frankenstein movie? It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. Okay, moving on. Now, I'm going to play the sound for this. I wanted to play the video, but it belongs to the Times. I think it's the Times, and I just didn't want to risk it, so I am going to play some sound. Oh, I guess I can't. Oh, can I do that one? Well, I guess I can. Now, where is the one I'm looking for? I got that. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. Nobody help me. I know where it is. I need to go to Instagram. That's where I found it. That dog is too cute. I just saw it again. That dog is too cute. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see troubles aren't all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name. Okay. Oh my goodness. Not the music. Not the music.
Don't like the texture. Doesn't taste like nothing at all. I think this one is my favorite.
Quite nice, bright kind of jam flavor. Feels like slightly thicker. This is more of a serious jam, I think. But I have absolutely no idea. So it is a lot tartar, a lot more, a bit more fruity. It's got a bit more of a zing to it. I think this is my favorite. This one I feel like I'm nosing around in Montecito. Yeah, in a raspberry bush.
I quite like that one. I think that one's my favorite.
Okay. So, as you can see, the last one she said, I quite like that one. I think that one's my favorite. So she was my voice. She was speaking about Meghan's raspberry spread. And the guy, he's just like, I can't resist another bite. And the girl there on the left side, she says, I think this is my favorite one. Now, let me drink some water. If you compare this to this other trio of people rating the As Ever, oh, they are so awful and negative. And they said this one thing, and God, I hope they sue. I hope they get sued. They said that one of the, I forgot which tea it was, but as soon as you put the hot water in, it turns red. And the person who commented said that that was a bit jarring because it looks like, food coloring. The one that they always, but it's not. It is not. It is not. It is not. It is all natural. But they were trying to say that it was red dye number such and such. It is not. And they printed that. They printed that for anybody and everyone to get in contact with that. That was very irresponsible. Very irresponsible. The ingredients are listed. It does not include any food coloring. Yeah, that was beyond the pale. You can't do that. You can't. Comparing the appearance to food dye. Oh, is it the hibiscus? Yeah, I thought it was the hibiscus. It's a deep red color. Yeah. I cannot believe that they said that. That was so irresponsible. Who says something like that? Yes, yes. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Because I have been looking at airline tickets all day. I have been looking. Okay. Well, this little pensioner went to the Vatican. This little pensioner stayed home. This little pensioner said, gosh, they look so much older in person. And that little pensioner said, when are they going to be gone? Yeah. That's a little nursery rhyme that they share at the Vatican. Yeah. It's called The Three Little Pensioners. Yep, it is called The Three Little Pensioners. Let me see. Kevin Slim says, are these people really blind tasting Meghan's jam? They're so obsessed with this woman. Yeah. I mean, you could only assume it's on the up and up. It's hard to say. It is virtually impossible to say. But thank you so much for the super chat. The Three Little Pensioners. Direct from the storybooks, The Three Little Pensioners. Yep. Let me see. This little pensioner has an eye problem. This little pensioner is gone. This little pensioner has hands like catcher's mitts. And this little pensioner talks a lot of rhymes with catchers. It rhymes with catcher's mitt. Yeah, this little pensioner talks a lot of catcher's mitt. Yeah, rhymes with catcher's mitt. Yeah, this little pensioner walked out of the bar. This little pensioner couldn't find their way home. And this little pensioner woke up with a horse head in their bed. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This. Let me stop being silly. Yes, this little pensioner woke up with a horse head in his bed. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm going to stop. Now, let me see if there was any other photos I wanted to share with you. Oh, I wanted to kind of crop that one, but for now, I'll share this. Oh, there we go. Like mother, like son, like mother, like son. Don't you love it? I tell you, the Sussex squad, they find the most interesting images to share. They really do. They know how to tell the story. Yeah, they know how to tell the story. Now, let me try to crop. Well, let me see here. Let me try to crop that one a bit. Yeah. No sense in showing them all of our business, right? Yeah. No sense in showing them all of our business. Oh, beautiful. Okay. As a matter of fact, I actually, well, does that work? Well, let me show you something else in the meantime. This is also from Ukraine. This is also from the Ukraine. Well, Ukraine. Why do we always say the Ukraine? It's just Ukraine. Oh, you know what? That's the wrong. Well, is that it? No, that's not it. Those are videos. Okay, 1 second, you guys. I got it. Nobody help me. I got it. Oh, there it is, right there. So you've seen the top part there, but the bottom photos, I don't think you saw that. I should have cropped that in half so you could see it better. But matter of fact, I could do that right now. I can do that right now. That way you can see better. So I get rid of that. And I'll bring it back. There we go. Capito. Oh, they're making prosthetic limbs on the left side. Now, see, I couldn't see that. They are making prosthetic limbs on the left. And on the right side, it looks like this is where they do some of the rehabilitation, teaching people to walk again and such. Very good. Very good. Well, I would be kidding if I said I wasn't curious about how they managed to do all this, but it ain't none of our business, so I'm gonna stay out of it. Oh, let's see. Loads of empty seats, plenty of walking about, and some bloke scrolling on his phone about, hey, it's the hottest ticket in town. Yeah, they said it was the hottest ticket in town. People were falling all over themselves trying to see Charles and Camilla. But the video says otherwise. Yes, the video says otherwise. The video says, don't worry about it. It's not your day. It's not your time. No need for those, what do you call it? Those crowd control barriers. They won't need that. There was no crowd to control. Okay. Let's try that again. Huh. There we go. Okay. All right. I lost my place. Where was I? I was here. And you guys, Kate and William, their secret holiday in France, our exclusive pictures. Now, if you guys remember, the small print there at the bottom, it says, let me take a look. It says, okay, that didn't help at all. Back from skiing for Kate with, let me drink some water. My voice is really bad. I should have had a Ricola. Okay. Back from skiing with Kate and Charlotte and Louis, George. Okay. In William's hand, the bottle of wine just offered to them by the nanny. And this is at a private chalet where they're staying. That was April 3rd. Why is the nanny offering, a bottle of wine to Willie? And you know what I'm saying? The kids ain't even, I just don't get this picture. I don't get it. And then Willie with those bird legs of his, they got on snowsuits and he's out there with no shoes on, no behind whatsoever. And, mimicking someone drinking wine straight out of the bottle. I just don't get what's going on here. I need an expert, somebody, an authority on alcoholic beverages. Where's Church Nellie? Church Nellie, what do you think is going on in this image? What is going on? Why is the nanny passing a bottle to Willie? Is that for later or overnight or something? I don't get it. But I tell you what, now I can understand why William gets on so well with this person. I could understand why they get on so well. Someone has been plying the other with alcohol. And when he can't get it from, within the family, the immediate family, he could always go to his other family, his extended, you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure that to tolerate each other, they all have to have something. Yeah, in order to tolerate all of the scheming and plotting, you got to have something. So don't ever take it away from them. Let them keep it. You got to have something to put up with each other. Let me see here. He needs it to be able to. Let me see here. Oh, forgot to stand up. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Just asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. I don't know what's going on with that wacky family of theirs. William is not supposed to leave the UK while Charles is out of the country. He left and went to a football game and took his spare. He pulled that crap because Harry was in town. I have no doubt in my mind that's why Willie did it. Aha. Aha. That's exactly what happened. So it just dawned on me. It just dawned on me just now when I read that. If Charles is gone, if Willie is gone, and of course George is gone, that leaves Charlotte, Louis, and Harry. And of course, Charlotte and Louis are not old enough to make decisions. So essentially, wasn't Harry the oldest, one highest ranking amongst the family, seeing that the children couldn't make certain decisions legally? Isn't that something? Just thought about that. Remember how everybody almost crapped on themselves during the pandemic, thinking, what if something happened to all of them and we would have King Harry and Queen Meghan? Oh, they about crapped their pants. They just about crapped their pants. If only. Of course, I wouldn't want anything to happen to those beautiful kids. Okay, I got a video for this. At least I think I do. Let me see what I got. It's only a few seconds, you guys, so don't get excited. It's only a few seconds. And there's no sound. But you can see Meghan is quite comfortable doing her podcast. Interesting. I got one of those things from my PC. Someone purchased it from my wish list, and it does the exact the same thing. It kind of raises up the PC to eye level wherever you see it. So thank you to the person who sent that to me. I really appreciate it. Let me see. How do I go to the next thing? Is here. Here? No. Oh, yeah. I got to go back there. I didn't share this the other day. And by the way, you guys, I think I'm almost done. Am I? Yeah, almost. Is it Brownie Girl Scout? I think it's a Girl Scout. There's Meghan, second from the left. Cute. They're outside of a grocery store, hawking those cookies. How adorable. Who knew that someday that Meghan would be like one of the most famous people in the world? Oh, how cute. How cute. Absolutely adorable. Oh, look at there. Look at there. Oh, they're brownies? Okay, thank you. They're brownies. How cute. Oh, yuck. Oh, no. Dan Wooten tricked colleague into sending images. Well, apparently, Maria Joseph, or is it Maria Jose, is trending again. Yes, Maria Jose is back, honey. She is back. Honey, she is back and she is stirring up trouble again. That's Maria Jose. Or is it Maria Joseph? She is back out there stirring up trouble. Her milkshake chases all the boys from the yard. Yes, her milkshake chases all the boys from the yard. Drop the blade, babe. Put some nair there. Forget the stubble trouble. Your face stays smoother for days. Drop the blade, but well, you know how it go. Oh, have you ever met anybody like this before? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Have you ever met this type before? This is a type of shape that keeps the most crap stirred up on your job. Yep. Got that pear-shaped body, got them little legs sticking out. Those are the ones that are troublemakers. Those are troublemakers. And when I saw that, it reminded me of this guy. Remember him? When my get up and go has got up and went, I hanker for a hunk of cheese. It reminds me of that hunk of cheese guy. If you grew up in the US back in the 70s, you may remember this guy. He was trying to teach us good nutrition. Instead of eating a candy bar, just get yourself a little hunk of cheese. He say, I hanker for a hunk of, a slice, a slab, a chunk of, I hanker for a hunk of cheese. And he just happens to look just like them. When my get up and go has got up and went, I hanker for a hunk of cheese. So I hanker for a hunk of cheese, please. All right. And with that, you guys, guess what? I am done. I am done. So thank you all so much. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And thank you to everyone who has not seen lives in a long time. I'm so glad you were here. And I think I kind of miss Connie Balmer because, well, she's probably expecting me later, but I'm not going to be back on later. But thank you all so much. It has been a pleasure as per usual. And thank you, moderators, for keeping this a very safe space. And I will see y'all later, okay? Love you guys. Cheers. And remember, if you get hungry, have a... Oh, Polymer Girl, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you as always for watching Royal Sussex. I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Okay, let me put the... I don't know what this guy's name is, but I need to put him away. And I'll just leave it there. Okay, and what else do I need? Yeah, that's it. Last comments. Let me see here. Lily has one more year. Lily as a brownie. Hawking cookies on Montecito Lane. Yep. So long, Sonia Johnson. Thank you. Good night, Lola Love. Okay, I'm out.